I'm SillyPseudonym, and this is Rogue Tower. It's a tower defense game that incorporates a few rogue-lite elements into it. For example, we have a meta progression system. You can draw more cards per wave, get more gold, as well as unlock new towers and improvements for them as you progress. So, for example, we can get more cooling, more damage from our flame tower, all that sort of stuff. And you gain experience from just playing the game, killing enemies, and all that. And I thought it would be fun to introduce you to it if you were not already aware of it. I've only tried the seal defense so far. I'm still very much learning it, but let's give it another go. So yeah, the enemies do get different kinds of defenses. They have shield, armor, and health. And certain things do more damage to certain defenses. So, for example, fire does more damage to armor. Alright, this is an odd setup. As soon as I hit expand, the enemy wave will start, but it will expand, it will grow new terrain right here in this direction. We do start with a mana crystal. We don't have any mana siphons yet to place near it, but we have that. We also have these houses. Every level tower near this house will get some extra gold. So I am considering just taking this ballista and putting it right there beside it. You don't get any bonuses, as best I can tell, to the side. Just at a 90-degree angle, put it that way. Do I want to spend a lot of money to try to maximize my early economy? Putting one there is a pretty good bet because it's near 2. Do I want to spend a lot of money to fill these out, though? Sure, why not? You'll notice that for every ballista I place, the price increases. So we start at 50, now we're up to 110. And that's only going to keep going up as I place more and more. So now that we have all these houses surrounded, for example, it's protected by 3 towers, so next level will get 3. But for every level these towers gain, and they get more levels from firing, hitting enemies, that sort of thing, and do more damage, this will go up, the amount of money we get. Okay, that wasn't too terrible. You see our little enemies down here. Happily hippity-hoppeting, trying to kill our towers. And we've gone through 2 levels, 2 waves, so we can choose an upgrade. So we can just get some passive mana regeneration. Mana is used to generate more gold to attack enemies, depending on the building we have. We can get banditry, so enemies drop more money, but they can also do more damage to our tower. We can increase our bleed damage. We don't have any bleed source at the moment. We can increase our burn damage. Again, we don't have any burn source. Or we can get a new defense tower, the particle cannon. The particle cannon is very long range and very powerful, but slow firing. And it also uses mana. I think out of these, we take the banditry. Get a little bit more money, but also take a bit more damage. And this is another little house, so I'm going to put some ballistas next to it. I need to wait a bit. But that's a good choice because this little curve is going to mean a few decent hits. Now you can see these enemies are getting a buff. That orange bar means they have a speed buff. They will move a little bit faster for a while. Another mana crystal, and there's something new, an iron vein. So if we put a mine next to it, we could repair our tower. Thankfully, we don't need to do that right now, but it is an option. You see our tower leveled up, it's level 2, so now it does 11 damage instead of 10. We can spend money to upgrade it, but no need to do that just yet. Okay, so mana siphons would be a way of us getting some more mana through these crystals. We could put it beside these the same way we're putting these ballistas by the house. Could get the shredder. The shredder is pretty nice against long waves. Or the encampment. The encampment is expensive, but does a lot of blast damage. I don't think I want quality over quantity, not at this stage. Let's get a shredder. So the shredder will cost 500. And we have our first time to choose. So when this wave ends, we'll actually have to decide whether to expand in this direction or this direction. And that's going to complicate our positioning of towers. And you can see the enemies are now getting this armor. The little yellow part of their health bar is the armor. Eventually they'll get this kind of grayish blue color. That will be shields. This is a tough wave that I'm actually going to get through. Almost, but not quite. Let's expand in this direction. Another house, good. I'm going to put down a shredder right here, I think. So this is a shredder. It will unleash little saw blades that will continue down the path and do lots of bleed damage to enemies. You can see that little red sign is bleed damage. It will slowly tick down over time as it does damage to the enemy. Could just increase our bleed damage, or could get our ballistas upgrade to do more damage to armor. I like both of these. Let's increase this bleed damage. Since we have a house here, I am tempted to expand this direction. Maybe put another ballista down. And it curves inward. Excellent. We could put towers up here then and still hit this path as it goes this way. See, it's taking a little damage over time now. Oh yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, it's very nice for killing these little weaker enemies. Especially at this stage of the game. Eventually that's going to be a little bit more challenging. I do like mortars. Good for crowd control, but our blades are already doing a little bit of that for us. Getting extra range on our bows would be nice. Let's get some mortars going. Oh yeah. That's some good range right there. And put another one over here perhaps. Yeah, that'll cover this area. So mortars are very slow, but they do blast damage. So they can kill, or at least damage, multiple enemies that are clustered together. And they also get a little bit of a bonus damage to armor, but they are relatively weak against shields. Can't do much in that regard. But with this taking care of armor and this taking care of shields, health, we should be okay for now. We don't have to worry about shields just yet. I think I actually expand in this direction because that will give these a chance to hit things. And yes, that's actually pretty decent. I like that. I don't know if the ballistas, yeah, they don't have enough range. May put another mortar actually right here though. That way we get a little bit of coverage this way, over here, and when they approach our tower. As well as a little bit more money. I like putting cheap towers next to towns, since they often don't have an elevation bonus for the damage. And mortars with their larger range seems pretty good for that. As I said, I am not very familiar with this game. I've just been playing it for about an hour and a half now, so I've learned some basics, but there's still a lot I don't know. I would love to get some slow, but I think I need this mana bank. Mana banks cost a fair bit, but they will help us be able to choose mana using towers. Let's expand this way. that and put a mortar here. Okay, nothing too hard just yet. I think I just keep expanding in this direction. Oh, and it curves back. Excellent. Like that. Now we start seeing these siege weapons coming in. Once we destroy them, they'll release lots of smaller enemies that will come in chasing after with a small speed boost. We do have to watch that, yeah. These things. I was hoping a mortar would actually be the last one so we get a little extra blast damage across all the enemies, but it's okay. They're too weak at the moment. Oh, options. Mortars gain more range, ballista upgrades, or we could get this obelisk. Short range, but very powerful. But it also drains mana very quickly. Let's give it a try. We could put one here, or maybe even here. Kind of like here. It's a nice little area. Keep expanding in this direction. There you go. Yeah, let's put an obelisk down here. You can see it's using our mana fairly quickly. So we probably want to put down a mana bank. I'll just throw one down here in this corner. That will boost our mana production by 4. So now maybe our obelisk won't drain all of it. Things like the obelisk and the cannon, particle cannon, are very strong, but you have to build a lot of infrastructure to support them. That's the trade-off you have to make. Kind of like that as a mortar location. Oh yeah. Definitely need at least 2 more mana banks to keep that going. I do like the little quotes they make sometimes. Almost dead. Ooh. I kind of want to try the particle cannon since we have so much range now, but I don't know if we can afford it, literally, in terms of gold and in terms of the mana upkeep on it. Radar tower is pretty good in terms of covering a lot of area, but it's also very slow. It calls in airstrikes, has a little plane flying around, but it's rather inconsistent on how fast it can attack. We'll give it a try. Won't be able to afford it anytime soon, but we can give it a try. And I guess we just keep expanding in this direction. Up, and our first boss is arriving. Hello, Oogie. So hopefully we'll be able to kill them fairly quickly. Yeah, even with these 3 banks, we're still not quite able to keep up with the mana usage of this one, much less try and put down these particle cannons, but we'll get there eventually. If we survive long enough, we'll get there. A bloom. Yeah, they shouldn't be too much of a trouble. And if we're lucky, they'll drop lots of useful chests for us. Some good bleed damage going on them. Now that they're in range of the obelisk, it shouldn't take long. Just melt them on down. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so we have treasure chests. You can open them up. Bigger blast radius or better range? If that's a choice. I think we'll go blast radius. So now our towers do a little bit more. The text is not always that great if you try to read it anywhere from other than up close. So maybe they'll do a little bit more blast damage. Bigger area. I can put a particle cannon, say, here. I wish the towers had an easy way of seeing the range before you place them. That would be one thing I would change about this game from what I've played so far. Okay, so that's decent. We can cover the entire area except for down here. That's fine. We can live with that. I'm also going to put down some more mana banks to try to actually keep all this in operation. And we'll expand and destroy. Now these graves, eventually there's a building that I think uses mana to get money from them, but when I tried it, I didn't think it was a lot of money relative to the cost of putting them down, so I don't know, maybe I need more upgrades, or maybe I just don't understand how to use it well, or maybe they'll be rebalanced later. But yeah, I wasn't too pleased with the grave mana into money conversion. And you can see enemies now have shields, so a lot of our attacks don't do much damage to shields, so it's taking a little bit longer to get through them. See how the bleed damage is not quite as effective against it either. Our particle cannon is decent against shields, though. We have that going for us. What do we have? Yeah, it's got good damage against shields, not very good against armor, and decent damage against health. Alright, more choices. I do like encampment. I do like increasing our damage to shields from our particle cannon. Let's get this encampment. There are several places we could use that. Encampments will lay mines over time in an area, so I think I'll put some here-ish. That way this area will be protected. Maybe some down here somewhere. Here perhaps? Could put it over here. I kind of like putting some over here just because that way, if any larger waves come in, the mines may take care of the smaller enemies and the obelisk can melt the bigger one. Okay, another crossroads. Interesting, interesting. It's laying mines in the area. If they touch the mine, it will explode and do a blast damage to all nearby enemies. Unfortunately, not very good against shields, but that's what we have the ion cannon for. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and prioritize it to breaking shields. Yeah, I am worried about these shielded enemies. They are making it much further. Still not too bad of a trouble, but that is going to change eventually. Still a few enemies up here, but they're not that bad. Kind of want to expand this way because we already have a mortar tower there. That will help. And if we even get near to our tower, these ballistas that we put back here just to generate a little early money will actually be useful. Won't that be something? But we're also getting bats now. Very fast creatures. Thankfully relatively weak, but still. Something to watch out for. Eventually we'll have enemies that die and then we'll spawn bats. Those are going to be challenging. Mana's doing okay. That's a good sign. Almost. Gotta just kill it. And who's left? Still a few over here. They have a long way to go, thanks to our pathing. But that's okay. Leveling up, excellent. We could definitely use all the damage. Okay, good, good. I'm tempted by this poison sprayer. Poison, if I remember correctly, is what we need for our shield countering, but it's also going to use a lot of mana, so I'm going to have to put even more mana banks down to support it. But we're going to try it. It's relatively cheap. Yeah, that's a good range on it. Maybe put one down here. Just line it up with mana banks. Trying to think, do I want to put some here? That should be okay coverage. No, we want to expand in this way. Oh yeah, our towers back here will actually be useful. And our new poison sprayers are doing a lot of work for us. Much better against these shields. Not so effective against health, as you can see. But the mortars are doing a good job against clearing out the riffraff, letting the rest of our units, our towers, focus on the tougher units. That one should die fairly quickly. Actually level 3 now. Alright, keep on expanding. Oh yeah, very good for us. That's very good. I almost want to put a mortar or something back there. That can do damage to everything here, can help defend the tower at the last minute, gets a few enemies in this direction. I think I'm putting another obelisk here. It's not going to have as great a range, but the +3 damage would help us defend everything up until this last shot into the tower. Between it, the poison spray, and the encampment, that should help handle most enemies for the next few waves, I would think. They're not too bad. Power's leveled up, excellent. Probably want to put another mortar or something, or a blade up here, just because we have all this area, and we want to keep harassing the enemy. Yeah, that way the enemy's always being harassed. Okay, we can get mana bolts, so we get a lot more damage on our ballistas, but they consume mana. Mortars do more damage to shields. We can increase our maximum bleed, get more range on our mortars, more damage to armor. I like the idea of this bleed, I also like the idea of this extra range. Let's get this extra range. That will help. Oh yeah. That will help get us a lot more coverage. Oh yeah, that is very helpful. I'm going to go ahead and expand in this direction. I'll probably expand again in this direction just so we can have something to put another street with our mana banks and to get these ballistas something to shoot at. These faster enemies are definitely a trouble. What level are you at? Level 5, okay, that's good. All these mortars coming in. Still a few over here. With that extra range, these mortars are very good at harassing enemies all over this map. Was not expecting quite that layout, but hey, this obelisk here could actually level up now. That's one thing I worry about, putting strong towers in the back. They can't level up very much until the enemies are getting strong enough to actually threaten your tower. But this will actually give our obelisk back here a chance to level up and be strong enough to help counter later enemies that are much more powerful than what we're currently facing. So I kind of like that. What's our tower range? Our tower's still able to hit her here. That's how long range it is. This particle cannon. Pretty useful. Trying to zap their shields. Oh yeah. Between the blade and the bleed, that should be easy enough. Yep. Okay, that's dead, and now just you, I think. Alright, universities. Do we even have anything that we can use universities for? I don't see the occult shrine on this map. Nope, we don't have an occult shrine yet, so it does nothing for us. Could use a Tesla tower. Or could get more shield damage from our bolts. Or just get extra range on our encampments. I honestly have no idea what's good here. I'm worried about using too much more mana. We're doing okay now, but if I put down another obelisk or particle cannon, that could easily change, and a Tesla coil might be too much. On the other hand, this area would be pretty ideal for a Tesla coil right here. Short range, lots of steady zapping. We'll give it a try. It's fairly cheap, but decently powerful. Put one here, put one there. Also wouldn't mind a good place to put some more mana banks. A little flat area, maybe here, out here. Let's see how well this lasts, and then we can think about where else we may wish to go. Oh, this is good. I like this path. I very much like this path. Put down another mortar here, I'm tempted. Oh yes, 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 yes. Mana's doing okay. Not too horrible. Leveled up, excellent. You've leveled up too, good. Just get all of our mortars leveling. Might want to put something else up here. That's a +3 spot. Maybe this Tesla coil, or another shredder perhaps. Put a Tesla coil there. Its base damage is only 8, so that is a pretty big boost to it. One more time down here, sure. I do like that we can actually use all these ballista towers we put down early. And they can level up and get little damage boosts, so maybe if worse comes to worse and enemies start getting close to our tower, they can do a little bit more defensive damage. Obviously just melting these siege engines. Yeah, hurry. I don't know if you're going to make it. You're already down to half health. Doesn't look good for you. Bleed damage kicking on up. Yeah, not much left of these enemies. Increased tower health, I don't know if we need that. Lookout tower, could put that near the back. I do like getting slow on these ballistas. I do like increasing the range of our particle cannon even more. It's already pretty absurd, but just being able to cover the entire map is pretty nice. But I think I have to go with these frost bolts. Slowing the enemy down ever so slightly may make the difference. Put another one on that direction and maybe put a mortar right here. Yeah, that has good coverage both up here, over here, and as the enemy approaches in this direction. And I think I'm going to put down a couple more mana banks. I am floating on a lot of gold here. And with that, maybe another particle cannon. This particle cannon covers all this area, but it's missing out over here. Another one there. And an obelisk. Maybe here. Try to melt any enemies to get on the final approach to our tower. I like that idea. Wish there were more elevated terrain here to put this blade on. Guess I could put it here. I don't like how far away it is from other paths, but it will reach this one as well, I suppose. We are going to need more defenses near our tower eventually. Might as well get some that have a little bit of a level on them so they have more damage. I also just want to throw in an encampment right here for the same reason. Sure, we can do this. Just try to throw in a last-minute line of defense right here. And I may actually want to throw in some ballistas now that they have slow on them. Just have one down here, for example, just to help slow down any boss units or tougher things that might be causing us some problems. So we have the zombie oogie from last time. Ah, well. Nothing too horrible. Oogie sleepy. Oh no, does that mean you're coming back? Zombie oogie. Treasure. Mortars do more damage to shields, or towers gain crit chance based on their level, but lose 1 damage. I think I just go with the safer option here, get some shield damage. Which way do I want to expand? Kind of like expanding down this way still, because we have all these mortars and ballistas here. Oh, there's the occult shrine, so if we see the university, we can place them near to it. Alright, good to know, good to know. Yeah, the pace is definitely starting to pick up now. See how much further the enemies are getting through our defenses. Still not getting close to threatening our tower just yet, but they're definitely getting amped up. And you can see the slow effect, the little blue bar under the health. That shows how much they're being slowed. So not very much when it's just 1 or 2 ballistas firing into it, but you get 3 or 4 and you can definitely start adding it up. Mana's holding steady so far. Do need to keep an eye on it though as I expand. This is actually going much better than my other levels have so far. Might be just because I'm learning, might be because this map has been unusually kind in terms of bringing this switchback around our tower so we can double dip our attack. Alright, what do we want? Just get some passive mana regeneration, get some shield damage on blades. More damage from our Tesla coils would be nice. Poison damages shields more, or build mana siphons. Oh, this is... I'd like all of them. Everything but the mana siphon. Again, I haven't been impressed by mana siphons yet. Our fumes are set up to deal more damage to shields. And our Tesla is already good at shields, but a little more wouldn't be bad. What's our blade like? Our blade is actually okay against shields. Poison sprayers. Poison sprayers are also good against shield. And that's kind of what they're specialized for. Maybe I should just double down on that. Let's try that. We'll keep on keeping on. Okay, we'll go this way. And I'll probably throw in another mortar. That'll get good coverage of this area and this area. Maybe another encampment down here somewhere. Mana is definitely becoming an issue. Alright, time for some more mana banks. Let's just find some nice little out-of-the-way area and drop in some mana banks to help feed our growing hunger. Oh yeah, we're really going for the mana now. Yep, that's why I saved up all this money. I knew that it could become an issue. I want to have the resources to quickly expand my mana regeneration or throw down some mana towers. Okay, that's doing okay so far. Yeah, I hate these enemies that explode into faster enemies. Those are the things that have killed me the last couple of times I've played this game. Level 10 already. Pretty good. These things fire oh so slow, but they have such a good range and they hit pretty hard, so it's hard not to use them. I want to expand this way just so it's in the mortar range. What are you? Nothing. Okay. Just decorative. Okay. Not liking how close these enemies are getting to our tower. Definitely want to do some beefing up of our defenses back here. Yeah, they're getting to the final bend even. Alright. Time for some further boosting. Another obelisk down here? Sure, why not? Maybe some more ballistas to try to slow things down. I don't know if a poison sprayer is going to help much, but we could throw one in if need be. Another mortar here, just get a little extra money for the trouble, and it has decent range with our range boost especially. Alright, but we're winding down this wave. I didn't like how close those enemies were getting though. That's an issue. Mortars gain poison damage. We could use some more poison damage, that will help against shields. Shredder's damage armor more, also good. Use mana with our flamethrower to engulf enemies with fire. Also tempting. Are we more worried about shields or armor? Right now, maybe shields. Just keep going in this direction, I suppose. Yeah, I don't like how close these enemies are getting. May want to expand in this direction just to give us a little bit more time to prepare for these kinds of attacks. I do like that the mortars are now adding that poison damage. Definitely is helping weaken up these enemies in these longer waves. Handling it fairly easily. Siege engines not going to make it that far. Yeah, I think we want to expand this next just so we get a little bit more time for these enemies who are going to make a mad dash right to our tower. They're getting too strong for us to depend on, even this concentration being enough. All the mortars coming in on these poor people. Oh. Alright, we'll expand in that direction. The Tesla coil there. Just to try to weaken them down a bit. I'll also put in a poison sprayer. Don't know about encampment, they're not going to have much time. May put an encampment here though. No, we already have that one. Don't know quite what would be a good counter defense. I can put a few ballistas here. That will help slow the enemy down. Yeah, see how close these enemies are getting. That is concerning. The ones that have to make the long trip are fine. We're handling them easily enough. We have these mortars, we've got a Tesla tower. We're able to deal with them. It's these enemies that are coming from here. They're a problem. At least this is curving up this way. If it will continue in this direction, we could just line this area with towers or put a few up here. That might be worthwhile. How's our mortar? Actually getting out of mortar range, so we may want to put a mortar right here. Yeah. More armor damage is nice. More armor damage is nice. More burn damage is nice. More damage to shells. More damage to shields. We're pretty dependent on mortars right now, so let's use this to increase our health damage. I think I'll take this expansion next, but do I want to put in anything down here first? Part of me wants to throw down another obelisk right there. Wish it had a little bit more range to cover this entire area, but being able to hit these enemies and get this little curve is pretty good. We've got Poison Sprayer to help with the shields. We'll throw in yet another blade. I think I will put in a blade right there and expand in this direction. I'll put in a mortar there too. Another shredder. Ballista. Just surround that house, get a little bit more money, and all that fun stuff. I think I will put another encampment down just right here. And maybe just line this entire last section with ballistas to try to slow down any enemies that do make it so far in. Just try to slow down anything that comes near and let the obelisk melt it, hopefully. May want to do the same thing here, for example. Just line up. Not even using them as much for damage, just to slow things down. Mana's dropping a little bit, but not horribly, but I think I'm going to put down a couple more banks. Help out in that regard. I want to make sure everything can be up and running as much as possible. There we go. 100 mana per second. That should be able to fuel everything. Army even wants to throw down another particle cannon once I get the money, because something to help cover this area would be helpful in terms of killing boss units. I'm going to just keep this on progress. That way it can focus on these units down here as they make their way in. I was hoping we would curve around this way more. Just keep expanding in that direction, I suppose. And next time I'll probably go in this direction. It didn't take us long to spend that money. Launches and misses. Yeah, they launch these little bats. That's that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, see how these little bats they launch? That's gonna get through in bad. It does. That might kill us. It is gonna kill us. Annoying. Yep. Still, we got a lot of experience. 500 almost. That's a shame. We were doing pretty well there, but I might should have spent that money earlier just to get these a few more levels, but I don't know if that would have mattered, truth be told. There's just too many of them. Oh well. So it goes. You can watch the last bit of these waves. But yeah, this is a pretty fun one. I've enjoyed it. It's been interesting. It's one of those games that's simple enough that you can grasp it fairly easily, but it's got enough depth in it that you wonder if I could place this tower differently, if I upgrade this differently, if I take these cards instead of those other cards, maybe I could have won here, or maybe I've died even earlier. So it goes, so it goes. In any event, I thought I would just share that. I had fun with it. I hope you did as well. As always, thank you all for stopping by.